Hello everyone, and welcome to the final section on Locrian mode. This is generally considered to be the darkest mode of the major scale, as it has both a lowered second, minor third, lowered fifth, sixth, and seventh. The only tone that's the same as the major is the fourth. So if we were to look at the construction of this mode along one string, we would have this: C, D flat, E flat, F, G flat, that's our flat 5, A flat, our flat 6, and B flat, our flat 7th. Then we're back to the root. If we thought in terms of whole steps, half steps, we would have this: half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step. Now the chord I've chosen is a little bit different from what you might be used to. This is a pretty dark sound. What we have is the root, the lowered fifth, the lowered seventh, and a flat 9 or lowered second. But what's interesting about this construction is that if you notice here, this is really a G flat major triad over C. Because we have G flat, B flat, and D flat. Those make up a major triad, and then over the C bass. So on the diagram you'll see this written, which is the same chord up an octave. We have C, G flat, B flat, and D flat. So we could call this chord a variety of things, but I kind of like G flat over C. That's a real Locrian sound. Okay, so we'll play through this exercise, first in quarter notes, then as eighth notes and sixteenths. Let's give this a go. 1, 2, here we go, and so we have root, flat 7, flat 6, flat 5. Then we have 4, flat 3, flat 2. And higher up we have a flat 5, 4 and flat 3, flat 2, root, flat 7, flat 6, flat 5, 4, the only note that is shared with the major scale. And then finally flat 3, flat 2, and the root. Let's play this as eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, and here we go. And now triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 loudly, 2 loudly, 3 loudly, 4 loudly. Okay, in this improvisation I'm going to focus on the flattened 5, the flattened second, and of course the other tones, the minor third, the lowered 6th and 7th. All the tones that make Locrian sound dark, in quotation marks. Especially the lowered 5th and lowered 2nd, though, because those are the tones that I think most people hear as the most dissonant. And this chord does a good job of kind of bringing those out, because we've got the lowered 5th right away, and then from the root C to the top note of this chord, we have a flat 9 interval. And so those dissonances will sound good melodically over this harmony. Let's give this a go. That's it for the first chapter on the modes. I would say the main takeaways here are to become familiar with the kind of essence or the atmosphere that each mode creates. Those modal chord voicings will help you as you improvise and become familiar with the sound of each one of these colors. And knowing the patterns in relation to the roots will allow you to transpose them, and you'll see how quickly you're going to map out the fretboard and be comfortable with modes in any key, in any position. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the discussion section and I'll be in touch. Happy practicing.